what's up guys, welcome back to Tradingofftilt. I'm Ryan. In this video we're going to be going over the Elliott wave count for EOS, for EOS. So to start out, I want to go over some macro counts that we could be looking at for this section right here. So we're on the Bitfinex chart, which has the most history that I could find on EOS. So the first count that I want to show you guys would be this one right here, where this is all a big WXY, a double three. And the first W wave would be a expanded flat, so an A down here. This would be down for ABC or WXY for the A wave, up for the B wave for an ABC, then down for the C wave, and I'll get into the subdivisions a little bit later, but it would probably be something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave to complete this wave W, and then we come up for a wave X, which actually topped out right here, which would be a WXY. This would all be an ABC for a zigzag for the wave W, then this would all be a zigzag for the wave X, which would look like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, this would be a 3, 4 for running flat. Down for the fifth wave right here, and then this would be an ABC. ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would all be a expanded flat for the wave B. Then we come down for the wave C, which is obviously a 5-wave structure if this is the wave A of a zigzag. And then moving on, we get a WXY to complete this larger Y wave, which comes in the wave of zigzag for the wave Y. And this would probably be some sort of flat, running flat perhaps, or this could also be another WXY for this wave X. And this would actually be a double zigzag for this WXY for an ABC. Then we get an X wave retracement, and then we get an ABC for this wave Y. So that's a pretty bearish outlook for the most part, because that would mean we're probably going to come lower for this wave Y. At least to the 1-to-1, and what I'm looking at right here would be a zigzag, so it would look a little bit like this, but I'm going to go into that a little bit later. But I just want to give you guys some context. This will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then up for a B wave, and we're coming down for the C wave, and it's hard to get a 5-wave structure into this move right here, so I don't think it's over yet if this is a zigzag. So in this count, instead of putting the X wave over here and then the Y down here, we actually put the X right here, and we're calling this all a zigzag up for the X wave. And then this would all be a zigzag back down for the Y wave. And this would be as I mentioned to you guys earlier, the W wave would be an expanded flat for a WXY, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the only way we could really get a motive wave out of this section right here, in my opinion, is calling it all an expanded flat, because so far we have not taken out these lows right here. We actually came a little bit above those lows. If we take array tool, we could see that pretty clearly. So we have not taken out the lows, so it is still a valid. If we happen to bounce here, then it's still valid to call this a leading expanding diagonal, but it really does not look that nice. Yes, the wave 1 is shorter than the wave 3, and the wave 2 is shorter than the wave 4. If this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, but I've never really seen an expanding diagonal that happens to be this expanded, you know, where we come all the way up here for this wave 3, and then I don't know. I don't think it's that likely this is going to be what we're going to be witnessing, but it is a possibility we have to keep in mind, especially if we do get a bounce here and start coming up above these highs right here. Then we have to consider maybe we might put in a 5th wave if we put in if we get a WXY or an ABC up for the wave 5. So we have to keep that in mind, but I don't think it's that possible. I just want to show you guys the really one bullish count, you might say, considering this wave 2 down here and this all part of a larger wave 3 up here. Alright guys, now we're going to get into the subdivisions in this section right here, and I have to mention before I get into it that this is probably one of the hardest charts that I have subdivided, just because it does not subdivide very well. It's hard to get nice 3-wave structures out of these moves, and you have to label a lot of things as WXYs, and in addition to that you have to break a couple rules. So bear that in mind, that it's not going to be the perfect count that's going to give us the light at the end of the tunnel or anything like that, but it is really the best way I could count it given the 2+ hours that I spent trying to subdivide this all. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys the macro count that I had on previously. So we're going to be going with this count right here, the WXY. And now I'll show you guys the subdivisions right here. As I mentioned to you guys, going into this section right here, we get an A wave for WXY, ABC for the B wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave to complete the W wave. Then we get an ABC for this W wave for this zigzag. So this would probably be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the A wave. down for the B wave, and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the C wave. Then moving down, we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete the A wave. Then we get an A, B, C expanded flat for the B wave, and then we get a 5-wave structure in here if we were to zoom in to get the C wave. So that would complete this intermediate wave X, and then moving up, we get a wave A. So this would all be a zigzag for this wave W. So to zoom out to give you guys more context, we're calling this all a W, X, Y. So this W wave would start out as a zigzag for an A, B, C. And actually, I'm going to change the, let's see. So some of the degrees might be off. I apologize for that, but I'm just going to keep going. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave A, B, C, wave B. And this will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this to complete this wave C. So this would all be a minuet degree. And that would complete this wave W. And then moving down, we get another zigzag right here for this wave X, which would be, if we zoom in a little bit more, let's go to the 4-hour chart. This would be a 1, 2 up here, 3, 4, then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an extended 5th wave to complete this A wave. And then we go up for a B wave for an A, B, C, then a 1, 2, 3. So this would all be an ending diagonal for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete the C wave of the zigzag. So this would be a zigzag for an A, B, C. And then we move up for this X wave. So this would all actually be a W, X, Y in here of all of minute degree. So this would all look like this. W, X, Y. So this is the first main problem that we have with this count, in that for the W wave, we get a zigzag, and also for the Y wave, we get another zigzag. And for W, X, Y, you could get a zigzag in a triangle or a zigzag in a flat, but you can't get a zigzag in another zigzag for the Y wave. So technically, we are bending the rules a little bit, but the thing is, so we get an ABC for the W wave, and we get an ABC for the X wave. So upon first glance, you might think that the Y wave, you have to break it into a 5-wave structure to get a flat, to get the C wave of a flat. But the only problem is you can't get a 5-wave move out of this substructure right here for a 5-wave move. It's much more indicative of a 3-wave move. So I couldn't really get a nice flat out of this structure right here. You can get a nice zigzag up here for the C wave to complete this W wave. But for this section right here, for this A, B, C, or WXY, the really only way to count it, in my opinion, would be saying it is a WXY, and it is breaking the rules a little bit. So if you guys have a better alternative to this count, feel free to share in the Discord link, which is linked down below in the description, and I'd be looking forward to seeing your guys' counts, because this one definitely does not instill a lot of confidence in me. But moving on, we also break another rule in this section right here. Like I mentioned to you guys in the beginning, this has not been an easy chart to subdivide, because it's just, you can't get nice Elliott wave structures out of all these moves. So in this section right here, we're forced to label it as a WXY for a double zigzag for an ABC, down for next wave, up for another ABC, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the A wave, down for the B wave, up for the C wave for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I've never heard of a double zigzag ending a Y wave of a larger degree. So if you guys know if that's possible, I don't think technically it is possible per Elliott wave rules, but it really was the only way I could label this. Like I said in this section right here, if you have a better alternative, let me know, because this is really the best way I could label it. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to this section right here, which I'm sure a lot of you guys might be a little bit more curious about. So I'm going to be calling this all a zigzag. And there is another possibility, but the main count I'm going to be showing you guys today is the zigzag count. That would look like this right here. All right, so starting out, we get a 1, 2, 3, 4 for an expanded flat for an A, B, C. Then we get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete the wave 5 of this wave A of this zigzag. And then we get a WXY for this wave W. This would probably be a flat into a zigzag for the wave Y. Then this would be an ABC zigzag for the wave X. And we have to put the wave Y right here, because we have to put the wave B rather right here. We can't put it right here because this move off these highs right here does not come in the way of a 5-wave move. So you can't really get a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get a nice 5-wave move, which would be indicative of a wave 1. So instead we're forced to put the wave W here, the wave X here, and the wave Y here, which happens to end beyond, or rather below the end of this wave W. And this wave Y would come in the way of a WXY as well. So you guys could probably see why I'm not a huge fan of this count, but it's really the best way I could subdivide it, if just going through it all individually. So this would be a WXY, which would have to probably be another zigzag X wave zigzag. So if you guys have a better way to subdivide it, then let me know, because I don't. So then moving down, we get a 1, 2, 3, which would be a running flat for A, B, C, D, E for the fourth wave. Then we move down for the fifth wave for the wave 1. Then moving up, we get an A, B, C for the W wave. Then we get a A, B, C, D, E for the X wave. And then we get, it looks like, a flat for an A, B, C for the Y wave. Alright, so zooming into this section right here, you could get a nice 5-wave move off these highs of this wave Y. If you see this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this wave 1, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this would probably complete the first minute wave of this wave 3, in which case we just do something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, another option I wanted to show you guys today would be that this could actually all be, so let's zoom out a little bit more. This could all be an ending diagonal, in which case this is a wave 1, 2, and this is all wave 3. And in that case, we can put the wave B right here, which might make a little bit more sense. And it would look a little bit like this. This is all ABC for the wave 1, ABC wave 2, and this could be an ABC wave 3, in which case we have yet to complete the wave 3. Then obviously we're going to come out for the wave 4, back down for the wave 5. Now, a good target to be looking for, regardless of whether or not we're going to be getting a zigzag or rather a diagonal or an impulse wave, is this 1-to-1. So if this is wave, if this is wave A down here and this is wave B up here, then the 1-to-1 would be a good target to be looking out for, regardless if this is the correct count or if this is the correct count. Because you want to look for symmetry between the wave A and the wave C in a zigzag. So I can show you guys with the trend-based Fibonacci extension tool. We go from the top of wave A, as so, to the bottom of wave A. And if we're considering the top of wave B right here, then we want to click right here. And the 1-to-1 would be coming in around 1.32 US dollars. If we put the end of wave B right here, it would be coming in around 1.11 US dollars. So that's the main target that I'm going to be looking for to the downside. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the Discord server and in the next video. Take care. Bye.